Hello YouTube. On this video I'm going to be going over axes. Since I just went over my wife's machete kit and what she uses for a cutting tool for big stuff is her machete, and later I'll be getting her probably a saber cut saw because it won't weigh much and it's a decent saw and she wants one, so okay. That's about how that works. I'm going to start off with my first axe that I have. I've had it for probably about 5 years now, and I bought it at a hardware store for $8. It's ugly, quite honestly. But it does the job, and it's pretty much a true temper axe. Just a standard camp axe. It's 1 1/4 pound head on it. For its size, it throws pretty well. It actually throws really well for me. From about 10 feet, I stick every time. When I go over a axe throwing video, which I plan to do in the summer when I actually have a camera to do it with, I'll show you how to throw an axe and how to throw it accurately, and how I do it. An axe is one of those things that if I have a choice of throwing something, a knife, quite honestly, is not my first pick. If I'm going to be throwing for self-defense, I'm going to be throwing an axe. If I want to throw something, I'm going to throw an axe. It's got more weight, it's got more damage, it has a better likelihood of stopping the attacker in its tracks. Whereas a knife, yeah, it'll stop them, yeah, it'll get in there, but depending on the size of the knife, I'm not sure about the actual stopping power. It's kind of like being hit with a 45 versus a 22. 22 will still kill you, don't get me wrong, but 45 has got more effect. And this is a 1 1/4 pound, whereas most knives are not even close to that. So, something to think about. This axe, with it having a wood handle and a round eye, makes it a good axe to have on the side, because even if the handle does break, there's a good chance that I could fashion a handle for it relatively quickly. One of the things that you have to be aware of when you use an axe like this is that this side, or the hammer side, or what's commonly called the pole side, P-O-L-L, side of the axe. If you're going to be hammering anything hard using it, you have to understand that in the old days it was quite common for, and I'm not sure if it's as common today with newer technologies and when it comes to forging heads and stuff, but I know in the older days they would say not to hammer anything too hard with this pole side, because that could make this eye bigger, and if you made that eye bigger, then it would be not as tight on the handle, and it would have the tendency for the head to fly off when you're using a powerful strike. There are ways of using axes in self-defense, and I'll be going over that in a little bit and in the future, but something to be aware of. I like this axe because it is lighter weight. For self-defense, this would probably be the axe that I would pick up over my next axe that I'll show you, just simply because of the weight and because of the abilities that it has for being thrown. Something else on this axe is I just pretty much just have a blade cover for it. I picked up this blade cover off of Amazon for It's actually for a cold steel Trailhawk axe, and it's just big enough to fit over my blade, but and I've got it held together with a piece of bicycle air tube or Ranger band for that. I will be in time making a new sheath for this axe, and when I do that, I'll post that video so that you guys will know how to put a sheath on an axe like this, because these axes are good to have for sure. The problem is that from Ace or wherever you get it from the hardware store, they especially with the cheaper ones, they typically don't have a sheath with them, so you need to be able to make one. So I will show you how to do that. I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.